Welcome all you +2 comedy modifiers back to the stream. Welcome back to Solving the Witness, a laid-back Let's Play where we try to discuss the ongoing mystery of the meanings and secrets behind the witness. So this is a real laid-back Let's Play. Chat is of course on screen because this is meant to be conversational where we discuss theories and possible meanings behind this game. I have currently completed 145 puzzles plus 33. As we last left off, we were talking about this guy who is a statue reaching for this cup, but in the shadow, he already has it. It's nice. Where is my controller? Because I believe, yeah, I got it. Okay. I might have to turn it up a little bit because I'm about to enter what I consider the worst set of puzzles. We're about to enter the Sound Forest. But first, what is this? So this is another place where it looks like you could just kind of hang out. You would sit and look this way. Not the best view. Other than the fact that we got one of the lasers just shooting out, not into the mountain, but into space. What is that about? Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I thought they all hit the mountain. That one missed by like a lot. The mountain's over there, stupid. Hey, laser, you're stupid. You're a stupid laser. In any case, let's take a look at what we got going on down here. It looks like they had a little drink, and it looks like they would sit and look this way. I don't quite see the reason it's sitting out here. This little ocean beach spot. It's a bit of a weird spot for this. Like, I don't know, they seem to make more sense, the other little chairs that we saw, like these, that like, where we discussed its purpose. That one's looking at a rock, which seems a bit strange to me. Editor Noah jumping in here. I had a thought later about this. The fact that the chair is on the beach and there's towels there might imply that whoever was using that chair wasn't using it so that they could see a particular spot like I usually do. I try to lock in the same perspective. It could just simply imply they went swimming. I don't know why this doesn't dawn on me while I'm playing, but it's right on a beach. Perhaps whoever is sitting there, or whoever was going to be sitting there and wanted a towel later, went swimming. And it made me think about video games in general, and there is no swimming in The Witness. Now, I also mentioned there's no jumping in The Witness, and there's no interacting with like anything besides interacting with panels and audio clips, but swimming is always something that seems to come up in video games. Either you can swim, and you can breathe underwater forever, you can swim, but eventually you'll drown, or you just drown instantly. You can't swim and you just die. This game doesn't follow any of those rules, though. This one, water just kind of acts as a brick wall. Like, you can't just walk into the ocean. So I thought it was interesting that this video game has made the choice not to address swimming at all, when it seems to be so prevalent in gaming. Just looking at the textures, seeing if there's anything going on here. Alright, so now that we've done this, we're going to venture into the noise jungle and do the worst puzzles. How do I get in here? Here we go. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I think in my first playthrough, this was one of the first ones I saw. I think that might have been the first one I saw when I first started playing. Which is weird, because, like, it's not the easiest one to see. Oh, look at this! My cup runneth over with things. Alright, I guess it's time for some reflection. Let's take a listen.
The glass is transparent, the wine transparent. The two are similar, the affair confused. There seems to be wine and no glass, or glass and no wine. Sahib bin Abad, circa 990.
I'm going to play that again because it's very interesting. So it's basically talking about a wine glass which is clear, full of wine which is clear, which means they're drinking white wine and not red wine. And a shoe without a shoelace, one cannot live without the other. Yeah. Unless you're a sandal. But I'm going to play it again because it looks like this might be some concrete poetry. Because if you watch, the lines of it kind of come in like this, kind of like it's making a wine glass. It's just something I kind of picked up on, so I want to double check it. So let's listen again.
The glass is transparent, the wine transparent. The two are similar, the affair confused. There seems to be wine and no glass, or glass and no wine. Sahib bin Abad, circa 990.
I don't think anyone's ever looked at a wine glass and just been like, look, wine. Look at that liquid in that form. Time for me to mispronounce some words. I'm going to do my best here, but I tried to look up as much as I could on this quote, and I really couldn't find a lot. Sahib is a Persian philosopher. That's really all I could find. If you try to do research on this quote, you mostly get the witness. I was unable to even find the origin of this quote. The only thing I could find is in a William C. Chittick book called Self-Disclosure of God's Principles of Ibn al-Arab's Cosmology. Again, I'm going to mispronounce words. Dyslexic. I saw that he uses this quote. He brings up this quote to kind of argue his point about the disillusion of God and how it's hard for us to observe it because of invisible veils. I don't know if William really understands this quote, because I don't think I understand this quote. Because my first reaction to this quote is, if your wine is as clear as your glass, you have really bad wine. But I think the main point here is they're both clear, so they appear to be one object. Like that they exist together, but they are in fact separate things. Perhaps you could kind of draw conclusions of the Holy Trinity, that God the Father and God the Son are the same, but separate in some way, even though they appear to be the same. Honestly, I think this quote is meant to point out the environmental puzzle more than anything. Interesting. Now, I wonder if, since these two are next to each other, if they will have some sort of connection with one another. So let's give a listen to this one.
We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Lao Tzu, 6th century BC.
Yes, a bowl is most useful when it is empty. So this one's about negative space, which might just be a hint for this guy. Since this is also about negative space, it's the space between the woods. Hey, Cal. Yeah, I don't know. That one lacks its an impact for what's currently going on, in my opinion. So I think that might have just been a hint for using the negative space there. Lao Tzu, I don't mean no disrespect, but you need to fill your bowl with some shit that makes some sense. That's from Epic Rap Battles of History. So once again, this seems to be pointing towards the empty space. The more I look into it, I think that's mainly the point here. He makes some good points in terms of philosophy, that we build things like homes and bowls, but it's the empty space that it contains that is what's truly important. You can play that off the wine glass from the earlier quote, that a glass is most useful to hold the liquid, and it appearing empty is actually makes it kind of useless because it's not empty. It's full of the wine, even though it looks like one item. I don't know. I'm pretty convinced that this is just here to play off the environmental puzzle here, because it is the negative space that makes your goal, which is to find these environmental puzzles. Sorry that the research is just kind of reinforcing what I thought we already knew. Alright, so we're going into the Sound Garden. I know it's a jungle, but Sound Garden's a funnier name. Beep boop. Hope you like that sound, because you're going to hear it a lot. So yeah, here we got a monolith here. So yeah, you can see this is the one I actually just did. And then you can kind of see the ones you're missing, but I honestly don't see how that's helpful. Unless, of course, which I think is true, these are all in the same, like, location. Because I believe all of these, which, yeah, all of these here refer to the ones I created using the steps that are right here. Using this thing. Like, you can see all the ones I've completed kind of glow there. So I think this is meant to tell me, like, hey, in that area you've missed these 4. And then over here, it's kind of also saying that it looks like there's only one that I'm missing here. Right there. It's weird that you kind of have to get it at a weird angle to see. Alright, so it looks like we're looking for one more in this area. I'm going totally off the beaten path of where I wanted to go, but whatever. Walk across this? Ooh, that totally looks like one. That shape there. There's not enough. Oh, wait. You see it in the tree? Look at that green. Oh, yeah, that's totally one right there. These rocks are in the way. So how are you guys? Yeah, look at that. I just got to figure out how to make it line up. Hanging in there? That's good to hear. Oh, here we go. Boom. There we go. I like when I find one immediately. So where else? Can I go through here? Ooh, that was like a fun secret tunnel. So yeah, we're approaching one of my not only least favorite puzzles, but like some of the most confusing bits to me. Like right here, we have some cut down bamboo. Bamboo grows like 2 inches a night. So like, and they were like weirdly broken, like they're not cut. It's just like a little thing that I know that bothers me. And then this, like clearly this is an area we're supposed to go into. It's been cut so we can enter this bamboo maze of sorts. And you hear that weird hum? What is this tree? Like, it has so much ambiance. You kind of walk behind it. But like, it is completely sealed in here. By bamboo. Like, the only way to get in here is if somebody cut down bamboo to get through into this. So it feels like it should be important. So it's like 3 things intertwined. Like, I really feel like I should find an audio thing down here. But I remember the first time I played coming to this tree and just being uncertain. Like, I don't feel like I ever got anything out of this. Like, it looks like there should be, like, an environmental in the negative space here. It just... It's 3 twisted lines. Like, this game has made me think so much about lines that you'd think that this is important. Am I crazy? Literally, for a moment, this rock here looked like a turtle. Maybe I'm just looking at it too quickly. It may not be a purposeful Easter egg. It kind of looks like a turtle. So yeah, that's my least favorite thing, is that tree. It upsets me. I guess I could go over that way, but I already said in the title for this video that I was going to go look at sound. Go look at sound. And I'm going to keep my promise, so let's go. Let's go do my least favorite puzzles. Shut up, birds. Just keeping my head on a swivel looking for... Oh, wait a minute. This looks like... Because that looks like that links now, right? My spider sense is tingling. Feels good inside. Alright, so... I kind of remember there being like a tree that I need to walk on that had a thing, but oh, this is like a weird hidden path. Or not so hidden, because there's a puzzle. I'll just look this way real quick. Something I was trying to check out. Yeah, this tree. I feel like this tree that's like a makeshift bridge, I feel like that was important. So we're going to go take a look at that. There we go. Yeah, it has one of these. Probably the easiest one of those. Probably the one that gives you the most information about it. Because basically the triangles mean, for every triangle, that's how many sides of the square you should use. So if I had gone this way, I would have used 2, and it wouldn't have worked. And if I had gone this way, it would not have worked. So there's only one solution to this. So hopefully you don't end up getting it right immediately if you're still trying to figure that out. Let's take me down to the beach again. I don't want to be down here. I thought I saw a deer again. God, everything looks like a deer now. Oh, it's just this stick. I know I keep calling this a laid-back discussional Let's Play of The Witness. It's also an ADD, easily distracted version. Where's the path? Oh no. The forest closed behind me. There it is. Okay. It is a tough to spot path there. Okay, so now let's do these puzzles here. So what the game does here, you hear a bird, but the game puts a speaker here to kind of let you know, hey, that sound is being pumped in. It's not occurring naturally. So like there's probably a reason it's happening. So this one's all about identifying pitch. Beep boop. Beep boop. So I think it's high and then a low. Now, what sucks about these is, 1, I have a terrible ear for this type of thing. 2, if you get these wrong, so you don't end up like brute forcing these, they break and you have to go back. Beep, beep, boop, beep. There we go. I also find it interesting that these are painted camouflage. Like it's another like subtle clue of like these puzzles are made hard to see because that is not the sense you need to be using. Just never noticed that cable before. Come on. Oh, can I not hear it here? Is that the deal? I have to be near the speaker? Do it again. It's too high. High, high, middle. It's high, high, middle, low, and then I'm not sure if it's low or middle again. I think it's high, high, mid, high, high, middle, low, middle. At least it keeps it here so you can just, whoopsie. Shit. God damn it. See, this is why I hate these. High, high, low, mid. Is this making sense, guys? What's happening here? It's a little bit high concept, and I don't know if I'm doing the best job explaining it. It might be high, 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 mid, low. That's why I hate this one. What am I doing wrong? Why do I screw that one up again? Does the noise change? High, high, low, mid. Do I just not do it right every time? Mid, mid, high, mid, low? Ooh, I think you might be right. Oh. Yeah, very good. Good ear, Cal. So, it wants you to follow the cable, but you can't hear, so trying to keep an eye on where things are going. I hope they don't stick one of the friggin' environmental ones on the camouflage. That would be poopy. I hate you. Just investigating this. For those of you who have not figured it out, your phone is not ringing. That's just a distraction. And I know that this is like a common thesis of this game. Is like it's meant to be the most annoying thing possible. It's because it's meant to distract you. So like it's kind of commentary on your instinct is to look at your phone when you need to shut it out and play this game. That's my guess. Yeah. Maybe? Good, because that would, I'm so glad I don't have to walk away. I was going to be, it's a long walk back. High, high, low, mid, low? No, I'm matching the tones of the chirping. You gotta ignore that phone, Katie. Do whatever you do, ignore that phone. But that chirping, there's 3 tones. There's a high, a mid, and a low. And then each beat is there's 5 beats, and you have to match it. I think it's high, high, low, mid, low. There it is. There it is. And during this, my computer also made a distracting noise that I need to shut off. So hold on. Kind of perfect, right? That this is about not being distracted by technology, and my computer's like, hey, by the way, I'm here. Oh my god, I walked right past all of these. You didn't see them. That legitimately jarred me. Did you see how jarred I was? Come on. High, low, mid, mid? I don't think I've ever heard the first note. Oh, I definitely got their low, mid, mid. There we go. Go. Squeak, 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 squeak. Come on. Five. Did you hear 5? I heard 5. Yeah, there's 5. But why are there 4 areas? It sounds like it's high, high, low, mid, low, right? You missed the whole point of the levels. So is it... I think it's high, high, low, mid, low, but I can't really do that unless I put the high, high in the middle and like this counts as 2. So it'd be high, high, low, mid, low, and then high, high, and then low. Because like it's out of order is my guess. No. I don't know. This is weird. wanted to take a look at this box. High, low, mid. Unless I count the two highs as one like this. High, high, low, mid, low. Ooh, I don't know. I'd ask the chat for theories, but I think Katie just realized what's going on. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't think you'll have any insight. What do you think, Cal? Any thoughts? Squeak, squeak, squawk, squeak, squawk. Oh, you think we're supposed to be looking for the sound that sounds like Katie's cat? The... I think you're right. I think it was supposed to be that loon. Smash my face into this one. Alright, before I look at the next one, I wanted to see if there's a... Oh, damn rock in the way. Never mind. Right? Sugar! I'm glad I can look to camera to get my ear close to my screen. There it is. Okay. And jumping in one more time to disappoint you, I have up and down looked at these different ways and paths of the solutions of the high, the low, and the mid, and I plugged them into a Morse code translator with the idea of high being a dash, low being a dot, and then switching them, and then with the mid, I took mid as spaces. I tried doing it with mid being either a dot or a dash, and like switching them out and maybe creating sort of a crypto puzzle where you have to solve what is that? Is it a dot or a dash, depending on context and things like that. I could not make this make sense. As much as I love the idea of the sound puzzles secretly being Morse code, it is, again, what we talked about the last time I popped up, me trying to tie things together because it's cool, not because there is science and research that support this as a theory. So I tried. Nothing cool came out of it. That happens sometimes. Rocks. How do I get up there? Guess this way. What is that? It's just like a little weird that this is a perfect honeycomb. They're really perfect right under this bush where we can't see it. Sorry, threw me. Let's talk about hexagons. It turns out that there's a lot of interesting information on hexagons. Hexagons are considered to be the building blocks of life according to sacred geometry. Basically, a lot of hexagons appear in nature. They appear in honeycombs. They are the natural formation of snowflakes. And they kind of make sense as building blocks because their shape allows them to rest and kind of lock together very nicely. And it turns out our DNA is also shaped in hexagons. So the fact that the island itself, or mostly the mountain itself, is made up of hexagons kind of implies that this is a perfect area and that it was used the building blocks of life to be created. I also saw the theory that it's a sacred shape because it is the center of the Star of David. The Star of David is created by overlaying two triangles on top of each other. One supposed to represent male and one represents female to form the Star of David. So the idea of a man and a woman creating something new again kind of plays into the symbolism of creating life or creating a brand new thing. So I really like the idea that this symbolism of the hexagon is being used to build everything around the witness. And the puzzles that play the videos inside the windmill are also hexagons. And we've mentioned this before. I haven't gone into a lot of detail because there's a video way down the line where we watch all the videos. But each video kind of has a different pillar of beliefs. You know, some are religious, some are science-based, some are nihilistic, and there are 6 of them, and combined they all kind of build the story and the understanding of the witness. So the fact that the puzzles are hexagons, there are 6 of them, they fit together to kind of create this philosophical world, it all kind of links together. And while it does sound a little bit out there, I recommend that you do your own research on this if you want to add to this conversation, but be careful. There's a lot of research out there on hexagons that is drawing incorrect conclusions. For example, there is an odd hexagonal storm on Saturn, which I admit it is weird that a storm would form a perfect hexagon on another planet. Some people then go on to say it's interesting that it's happening on Saturn because Saturn has to do with being the god of time in Roman philosophy. I forget which philosophy, forgive me. But it's really not important because we as humans named it Saturn. It's not like the hexagon chose the time planet. That was a label we gave it. So to make that as a connection is kind of false because it is a manifested connection. If it happened on, Mars, or if we just happened to name Saturn Pluto instead, it would have entirely different meaning. So make sure when you're looking into this, because I found a lot of weird stuff about hexagons, that the information comes from a place of science and philosophy without just tying random things together in a weird spider web, because I found a lot of that. So interesting facts along with safety and precaution notes here on Solving the Witness. I just want to get No, this is so far from where I want it to be. No, this is further up the mountain. I don't want to go up the mountain right now. I don't want to do more sound things, but I feel like I should. We're back up the way we came, I guess. Shut up, bird. And that's going to do it for another edition of Solving the Witness. Join me next time for a very special episode of Solving the Witness. The next episode, I believe, will be episode 15 of Solving the Witness. And rather than doing gameplay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at all the comments we had, and we're going to have a special viewer-submitted chat of sorts. And we're going to look at over the comments and the past videos and see if there's anything that I missed or that the viewers have brought to my attention that deserves further discussion. So join me next time for a gameplayless version of Solving the Witness. And here are your takeaways in case you want to include something that I'm going to talk about next week. So, first and foremost, those two quotes, I don't really see any huge value in them because I think they're just pointing at the environmental puzzle, but I could be wrong. What do you think? Do you think there's more to those quotes, or are they just there so I look at negative space? The chair. What is the point of the chair that is over by the water? Did someone go swimming? And do you think it's odd that you can't swim in The Witness? And then finally, hexagons. Do you think hexagons are important? Do you think I'm going too far with my theories? Or do you think that they are a sacred shape that make up the building blocks of all nature and life? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe so you can get a notification if you ring that bell the next time we try to solve The Witness.